Islam is moderate before gaining power, but never after. It does not seek your opinion, only your submission. It struggles for an eternal end, not a temporary term. The Palestinian argument is a very modern game. With all sides screaming in the air, it's hard to listen to a coherent and factual statement. So with that in mind, let's explore this fragile paradox. For a long time, the Palestinian designation was merely used to identify a geographical location. It was never used as a designation to a nationality or to define an ethnic group. Up until 1948, under the British Mandate, the Jews were referred to as Palestinians. It was in common use among the early Israelis, while it was not the preferred designation among the Arabs of that same region. They mostly preferred to be called Syrians or Arabs. Only after 1948, Jews embraced the Israeli designation and abandoned the Palestinian name as they presented themselves to the world as the nation of Israel. And even then, the Palestinian name did not find its use among Arabs, as they continued to refer to themselves as Arabs. Until the 60s, the PLO, fueled by the rising animosity of the neighboring Muslim nations towards Israel, adopted the Palestinian name as an identity to become a counterforce to anything Jewish and Israeli. It was understood among all Muslims that Jews cannot be allowed to rise as a nation. After centuries of Islamic persecution of the Jews under the rule of the Islamic Empire, in the Islamic narrative, Jews were meant to be weak and scattered, subject to Islamic whims of persecution until the end of time. In 1988, and after 4 decades since the founding of Israel, Palestine as an Arab state was born. And with that birth, the Palestinian identity was manufactured, driven by a stubborn goal and desire to exist only to annihilate another identity, following in the footsteps of Mohammed and every Muslim ruler after him. Whatever you conquer becomes yours for eternity. The diverse world prior to Islam in the region is lost now to a homogeneous world that consumed every other religion, ethnicity, and culture. Suddenly, from Persia to Morocco, everyone is an Arab Muslim. No one bothered to wonder what was there before. Where are all the Christians that made up most of that old world? Until next time, don't be afraid to ask.